All right, everybody, how's it going? My name is Lockhart. It's nice to see everybody again. I've just been kind of reviewing games that I like, that I feel like I didn't know I was gonna like. And if you haven't watched any of my videos before, I don't have a lot. And so if you could like and subscribe, that would be great. Leave your feedback in the comments or private message me. But with something like this, I feel like it was very unexpected. I knew Higan Eruthyll, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but I knew it was coming, and it was going to be one of those games that I feel like we're going to get slept on. So I know some folks have played it, but it is definitely very far from mainstream on Twitch. I know there's like next to no followers at all, and that's okay. But I kind of just want to talk about why I like it. Again, a little bit about a little bit of background on me. I've played my very fair share of gacha games, and I think I'm a pretty easy to please guy when it comes to these games. So I'm not very complicated. I don't need extremely complicated mechanics. So usually when I like a game, I just happen to like it for the simple things. This game is by far nowhere near perfect. That's for sure. It does suffer from like things like RNG battles. You know, it is somewhat of a card system, and you might not get the cards that you need when you need them. And it's kind of frustrating because, you know, I get to, well, we'll go through it and you'll see. But right now, some of the things that really kind of keep me in the game. So I am level 92. I'm not like super far behind. I can do the majority. Like, you know, I'm not your top tier player in this game, but I do get to the back end of most of the content, and I'm capable of doing it as well. So it's super awesome to do. Some of the things that you do in your daily are kind of minute tasks. So you have your dispatch quest. You know, once you get a certain amount, you can always dispatch your dudes. You can do a quick dispatch like I did. You do it once a day and you get the mission quest for it. Some of the other mission quests are super simple to achieve. So your dailies are, I think personally in this game, your dailies are a tad longer than some others that I have played in my main games. So I'm not super crazy about it. But I am doing that with you guys because I didn't really play today, and you know, I've been kind of out and about, lots of stuff going on in my life, so this is, you know, I'm kind of catching up. But let's go over the first bit is the characters. So I do like the characters. I think they're super cool. You can always take these characters. They have like their own skins. You can take them into like a little photo shoot area. This is one of the characters here. He has his own limit burst. Everybody has like a limit skill as well. This is one of the limited characters. She is pretty much my hyper carry. She does the most damage on my team. You can see her combat power here, but you can also see her raw damage. So they have AP AD damage, but sticking with design, I like the design of these characters. It's very like whimsical, still very much in your fantasy genre, which I like a lot. You know, you get a mixture of that, like it's not quite steampunk. I want to call it magitech. You know, when you put like together medieval armors with like you know, steampunk kind of things. So like, you know, she has her cool like cannon thing here, but like, you know, her armor and her aesthetic is still very much not something you would see that would be anywhere near technologically advanced to be able to do that. Right, so you have like all these cogs and these cool moving parts in all of the characters, and it's kind of like, you know, it's neat. I think it's a different take. It's not characters I've really seen. I mean, I've seen someone that looks like this before, and I keep thinking Splatoon, you know, that game on Nintendo Switch, and it's cool. This is one of your MCs. I think you get the skin when you started off the game, and this is her at base. Just keep that there for now, and you kind of get it throughout. Some of this you get throughout playing, but again, super cool. This guy's like super cool. His two things are actually like guitars, technically, and yeah, pretty neat. I think assassin type characters, they're actually like gun blades. I can't pull it up, but like, yeah, that character looks like Vi from League of Legends, the one that just passed. This one over here. But yeah, like again, the company that makes the game, I think they've made other games too. That I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's PGR. It might be. Let's just remove that. Let's pretend I never said that. But really well done overall. Aesthetically, really hits the mark for me. Easy, cool characters. Super like husbando waifus, blah blah blah. And it's not like extra like on that like that waifu gacha where they you gotta have them for it's game made for weird cultured folks, if you will. So yeah, the equipment portion super easy. They call them plays here. So when you equip your plays, they have like set effects and really easy to get into. Again, the learning curve on this game I feel like is a lot easier than most. So I really enjoy that fact. Again, I'm a simple guy. I don't have a lot of time, so each of these plays, you have your oh god, I forgot what the procession, intermittent, and finale. Ooh, I'm probably wrong. Let's pretend I never said anything. So these three portions of the plays are upgradable. You can awaken each play, get some stronger, and then you can do what is called adapting. Adapting is also gives them extra perks, so that way your character's gonna get stronger, and overall helps increase their proficiency in being able to do their roles. There is a bunch of roles. The roles are different names that I've never really seen in other games before. In terms of Hoplite. Hoplite is like your bruiser. I've never seen that. And this is your healer class. And then you have the other ones that are in English, which is awesome. And then you have elements on top. So a little bit of dimension to your game over there. It's a 4-character dimension. So let's get into the battles. The battles is why is a pretty big portion to why I like this game, because super easy to watch, super easy to understand and master. And at first, when you play this game, it probably feels like, I need some skill to be able to like get into this game, to be able to get good. But honestly, it feels more like an auto game. And that's just me. And I love my auto games because I am lazy AF. And so, the easier you can make it for me, the better. So I am going to play it on auto, and I will try to pick up some cards in the interim, but I am in auto battle, so I don't know if I'm allowed to. So this is your configuration here. You can change your characters as they go. This is, so you can kind of see it. This is in the auto portion. Let me see if I can pull up a card. I cannot because I am immobilized. So I'm just going to let this one play out. And then, yeah, so you can see it. I'm going to slow it down a little bit so you guys can kind of enjoy that just a little bit more. And I can't because it is, again, auto battle. Terrible mistake. There is a breaking mechanic. You break your enemy so that way you can do extra damage to them. But yeah, this is technically a nightmare stage, so it should be a lot harder, but it's not. So right now I'm just farming these materials that you can basically build into other materials that will help you awaken your character. So even if you pull a single copy, you can, in theory, slow build that character and be able to fully awaken them. It will take a very long time, but yeah, it's all right. What are you gonna do? You can wail out and max pull and get really strong, or if you play Final Fantasy War of the Visions, you can take your time and get to where you need to go. So this is kind of where I'm at. I could probably try this out because the difference is not that much, but I'm just gonna do this. A cool thing that they've added is being able to use more of these at a time, because this is one of the ways where you can farm materials to get the things you need for your plays. But it's honestly one of the most annoying things about this game. because it takes so long and there are these senseless animations that I feel like should not even be there. So like, you know, I select the path that I want to go to. Like, why do I have to walk there? And then on top of that, I should just get right into battle. But I don't. I have to tap. And then I have the skip portion on, but it talks. And it's like, why am I talking? Just let me skip. I'm just because it's early days into the dungeon will progressively get harder. It's a 10 of 10 matches, whether it's like you keep fighting or you keep doing something else. But, you know, there's 10 of these like things that you have to go through. There is auto, but so this is what I mean. So this is the skill portion. You know, it gives me like a little circle area that I need to go through, or that I need to aim with, and then I can maximize by making sure that I hit as many as I can. You know, I aim like 2, but if I do it here, I will get everybody, right? And this is one of my healing abilities, so I can use these to heal all of my heroes. And now I'm just gonna put this on auto. But the most annoying part is sometimes I need to have more aggressive healing, and the person who heals for me, in theory, actually, she could definitely carry the team by herself and heal very well. But if I don't get her card, she just doesn't heal. Like what? Sometimes I get a bunch of, like, so she's the guardian, and so she's my tank class, and if I get a bunch of her cards, which are high cost, then I have to go through them, but they don't necessarily benefit the team. So, like, you know, my guardian dies because my healer doesn't get her card. So that is like, for some, probably a make it or break it. But again, honestly, oh, I abandoned the mission and I used 3 tickets. Oh, wow. Anyway, kind of rough. But that is like one of the things that I feel like is definitely a make or break for a lot of people. For me, whatever. The events so far have been pretty cool. Like there's like this like there was like a fake DDR event where you had to like click around and make music and make sure you timed it properly in order to get the hits that you needed. There's this character event that's going on right now that you can technically get, limited event, and the plays that she comes with as well, also limited. They tell you how long it's going to be limited for. You know what, for the video, let's just do a 10 pull. You know, maybe I'll get the character, maybe not. Let's just see what happens, you know? Gotta get that recording luck. God. Righto. Oh. Nope. Nope. Terrible. So we're going to do a hard skip because that was definitely a fail block. But you kind of get the idea. And now these are going to be the awakening stones that my characters get. And I can help them awaken and get stronger. I think personally, one of the cool things, and then going back to the characters, is the fact that you can, you know, again, when you awaken your characters, you can get their shards using generic shards. So you can see that I have 7 generic shards here, and I can awaken her, and in this phase I would turn her into a 5-star, making her stronger, which is awesome. So I don't actually have a lot of double pulled SSR heroes. Some of these are single pulls, and they have been really effective, and they've been able to carry me. So like Searslet, I think I pulled only once, and I've been able to continue to use her, and she's been able to continue to carry me, which is great. Last but not least, I think there's a pretty substantial storyline, and a lot of it is voiced, and there are cutscenes, which is, you know, you want cutscenes when it comes to a game where there's actually very little exploring. There are some stages where you explore just a little bit more, but so in the real world there will be stages that are kind of like more very storyline based, where you will, you know, kind of look around in a very limited capacity. But the storyline in this game is pretty awesome. Everybody talks, everybody has a voice.
This is the invitation to Fairy Tale World.
Aw. Thanks, man. And if you go to your characters, you also have. Oops, I went to trope instead of roster. If you go into your characters, you do have to do the romancing, I think is generally where it's put. You can give them gifts, or you can continue to go through their little interactions. In these scenarios, you can actually just get like, you know, little bit of extra story from them. And these will be kind of things that will help you understand your character and kind of open them up to you a little bit more. And they do get stat bonuses. So like obviously some of my characters that I use a lot of, they will have very high there's a word for this, intimate rank. There you go. And that's because for obvious reasons, you want to get those extra stat boosts. You want them to be strong because they will be the core of your team. There is split teams and stuff like that, and then you should build like a certain amount of rosters, and there are like strategies and all that stuff that come into this game. But all in all, is this game good, or am I just simple? I think that it's a little bit of both for me. I'm definitely simple, so it's always going to be the case. That's the only reason I'm playing the game, is because it's not too hard and it's something I can enjoy, and it has like a lot of qualities that don't frustrate me, and I don't have to take seriously because I have games that I play a lot more regularly. So in this case, I like it. It's got great art, it's got great graphics, everything's voiced. That's super not perfect, but that's okay. And the attacks are pretty cool. Like the when you get into the bigger portions of it and everybody is using their limit breaks and whatnot, I think it's awesome. I think it's just a great game. If you want to try out gacha for the first time, there are a lot of free pulls that come with it, and you can definitely make it your main game if you want, because it's not so intensive that you have to be on it all the time. Or if you just want a game that just is really entertaining and you can just watch and be able to play and also take it easy, you know, and have that like collector portion, that min-max portion, and be able to like, you know, do everything else that comes with a gacha game. So that's my take on it. I think it's a hidden gem. If you like the game, if you have anything that I may have missed, or if you have any recommendations for other games that I should try, or, you know, dip my toes in if I haven't yet. Again, I've played a lot of gacha games here and there. Like all the Hoyoverse games I've probably touched. Tower Fantasy as well. Like, you know, I don't mind going out of the box to try a cool game, as long as it's simple and fun, I guess. You know, I don't like to overcomplicate my games, because I want to be able to get into my game and just have fun with it. So that's me. Have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.